Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Michael from Hallowed Thrills back with another video. And today we are here for our second haunt of this weekend. We are here at Brighton Asylum in Passaic, New Jersey. We are here, we were invited out for media, so thank you to Rich from Brighton Asylum for inviting us out to check out this event. I'm super excited. This is a really weird spot though. It's kind of like in the middle of this whole area for like warehouses. It's really in a weird spot. It's kind of like hidden back here. I'm interested to see what the quality of the actual event is because I've never been here. This is my first time here, so this is a really interesting event. It's a really weird circumstance that we're in for this event, but I'm excited, and I'm excited that we were invited out to actually be able to check out this event this year. So I'll just show around their little entertainment area they have here before we get into any of the actual haunts. So like I said, this whole area is in like this really weird situated area in like this big courtyard of just warehouses and everything. Over here you see the Hack Shack that has the glow-in-the-dark style axe throwing. It's really cool looking. I think we do have tickets for that, as well as over here is their 5-minute escape games of Fear Pressure. And then over here they have lines and everything for the actual attractions themselves. But this is one of the cool things that I saw when we first walked in. It's all, the gang's all here, but they're dead. Yeah, it's the Scooby-Doo gang. This is really cool. Here they have a little gift shop, but out front, it's definitely supposed to be Ezra and Phineas from the Hitchhiking Ghost from the Haunted Mansion, but that's a really cool sculpt model. I really wish I knew where they got that, because that's really well done. So they have a bunch of t-shirts available in this gift shop for Brighton Asylum and they're all down here as well, and they also have different masks, different like props and stuff from both Annabelle, Chucky, a bunch of different things. Happy Death Day. They also have these coffee mugs. They're really cool. So we don't really have much of direction of what our ticket includes or where we're supposed to go, so we're kind of going into this blind. I don't really know. But there wasn't a lot of stuff in that gift shop that's actually like Brighton Asylum specific, just a bunch of other merchandise and such. I don't know. It's really like this whole, I'm going into this whole event really blind. It's kind of weird. I don't know. So we do have tickets for the Hack Shack, the 5-minute escape game, and the horror museum. So we're actually going to do all those things first before we actually do any of the houses, before it gets too bad as far as raining out, because it is drizzling. So we're going to do the Hack Shack first. I think we get 3 axe throws. All right, let's see how we do. Nope, that was it's a really light axe.
So far, me and you have the only decent throws. Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, I thought I had it. All right, 0 out of 3. Not great, but I think we're gonna go and try to find the horror museum now and go through that. All right, so the actual houses themselves have time limits, so I think we're gonna go back to the horror museum at the end, but we're gonna actually do the 5-minute escape room now. So like I said, over by our buddy Mr. Pumpkin is the 5-minute escape room, Fear Pressure. 4 intense experiences to choose from, 2 additional challenges indoors. All right, we're heading in. All right, it started to come down a little bit more, but we finished the escape room. We failed. We missed it by like 1 number. We were in the Silence of the Lambs room, so we were measuring skin. It was actually really cool, and my buddy that I'm with was actually locked in the jail. He was precious, so we had to get him out. But unfortunately, like I said, we failed. We missed the combination by like 1 number. It's math, man. We're not good at math. So that's pretty much everything. We haven't done the horror museum, but they did say to go do that after we do everything else, because everything else is time-based. So we're gonna go and do all the attractions now. When we get out of each one, then I'll tell you about it. But we're not able to film in anything, so it'll just have to take my word for it how it was. All right, so we're between attractions now. We went through the first 2, which was Subculture and the actual Brighton Asylum attraction. Now we're in line for the Bleeding Grounds, but the first 2 attractions really got the blood pumping, man. There were some good scares in there. I jumped quite a few times, and then there was a section with like completely blacked out. I don't like that. I hated just walking through that, and they had like sounds playing in your ear. Not for me, but so far this attraction's pretty good. I'm rating it pretty highly, I'm gonna be honest. It's It's impressing me. It is. All right, so we are out of the Bleeding Grounds. We're out of all 3 attractions here at Brighton Asylum, and I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. The attractions greatly made up for the sketchy location, everything else being kind of but those attractions are 100% worth it. I jumped a shit ton in each of them. That was really good. The Bleeding Grounds kind of is my least favorite out of the 3 because I just got way more scares in the other 2. But that is super, like, they are super good. They're top notch. The actors got me, their effects got me, just everything about this attraction is just really, really good and really scary. Like, I don't really jump a lot, but I felt uneasy going through every single one of these and just on edge the entire time. All right, now that we're done everything, there's only one thing left to go through, and that is the Horror Museum, as we still have tickets for that. And I'm actually really excited for the Horror Museum. There are a few things in here I'm excited to see. We have Michael Myers from Halloween Kills. I guess that's one of the jackets from the movie. Yeah, I do kind of wish there were signs for what these things were. But here's stuff from Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, that one's really cool looking. What's that? Not really sure what that is. Huh. I mean, there's labels for all of them. It almost seems like we're supposed to have something with you. Oh! Hey, look, it's Ghostface! Oh, okay, so that's cool. Yeah, so you can hit the numbers here, and it'll tell you what each thing is. Alright, so that thing I was wondering what it was is actually from Divergent, and we use the little handy-dandy thing here to be able to tell us. I've never seen Divergent, so that's mostly why I didn't know. So we have the knife chair from Jigsaw, or from any of the Saw movies. I can't remember which one in particular, but that is really cool.
Oh shit, really?
Wow. Some of these costumes are really cool looking. So this costume right here is actually Ryan Reynolds' costume from Amityville Horror. Huh. And I guess that's also the clock from it as well. I'm interested to see what these two are, though. C8 and C7. So this is actually the robe from Underworld with Kate Beckinsale. And this is from the actual nightgown from the daughter from the movie Possessed. When she opens up the Dybbuk box and everything, that is awesome. So here's the costume from, I can't remember the actual guy's name, but it's from Warm Bodies. We also, that looks like the Riding Hood cape from Trick or Treat, maybe? Which one number is that? B2? Then this kind of looks like Agent 7 from, like, Hitman. I don't know, we'll have to figure out what these are. So let's do this one first, and I'll tell you what each of these are. I feel a little embarrassed. So this is actually supposed to be Superman's cape from Man of Steel, and then this is actually John Wick's suit from the John Wick series. And then this one right here is actually the outfit that The Rock wore in Jumanji. We just got out of the Horror Museum, and that was actually really cool. I did like seeing some of those different pieces that were displayed there, and I actually enjoyed the way that they did it with you being able to press the buttons to see everything and what it was part of and where it's from. It was actually really cool seeing those types of things. And of course, they didn't have to have one for Michael Myers because, you know, everyone knows who Michael Myers is. But actually it was really cool. That little like horror museum is a nice touch that they have here. So I kind of just want to show off how you get to this place before we end out the video, just because it's not very straightforward. It is just a very weird spot here. So as we walk back to the car, I'll show you where everything is. But as you can see here, this is just their limited parking that they have here. And if you don't get here early, you're not going to get these parking spots. So they do have these signs marking the way, but it's hard to really see them and just be able to tell what the hell's going on. So then you have this really long, dark, sketchy alleyway that just has these signs that say no parking, it's a tow-away zone. So it's just this long walkway with just not a lot of direction on where the hell you're supposed to go. That's my one complaint about this event out of a few that I do have. But just not a lot of direction as to where to go, and not a lot of the workers know what to tell you when you ask them questions. Like, we asked, okay, where are the locations for this or that? Like, we asked somebody where the horror museum was, and they had no idea where to direct us. People just not knowing what tickets include, and just, yeah, it's a little bit messy as far as organization goes here. So at the end of that path over there, there is another long walkway there, but then at the end of there you turn left and there's another parking lot that I'll show you. But pretty much you get to the end of this path and then there's just a sign, haunted house parking this way. Not much as far as what the haunted house is yet, other than for this sign leaned against a porta potty that says Brighton Asylum, proceed past the stairs to the next sign. That's all it says. So we do have a sign here that says that the parking is full and where to park if you get here too late, and it does say that there's a 4-minute shuttle ride back to this location, but we asked a parking attendant when we got here and he just told us to park over here by the Dollar Tree. Now that we're heading almost back to our car, and I just gave you a little tour of actually how to get to the place, let's talk about the event itself. So this is a case of looks can be deceiving. It's a very sketchy layout as far as how to get back there and everything, but the attraction itself is really good, really scary. It has really good elements in it. I thoroughly enjoyed my time here tonight. They did such an amazing job. Thank you to Rich from Brighton from actually inviting us out here to check out this event. I truly didn't know what to expect when coming here, but I am greatly surprised at on the quality of the actual event itself. The other attractions, those little add-ons, I mean, they're neither here nor there. I could do without them, but the actual haunted houses themselves are the main attraction here, and they are 100% worth coming here for. Now, personally for me, it's a 2-hour drive to get up here. We're about maybe a stone's throw away from Manhattan, so I don't know if I'm going to go here every year, but it's a good, I would suggest this for my friends who are a little bit closer to this area to be able to go out here if they're looking to get scared, because I got scared quite a few times. This place was really bringing the scares, bringing that whole uneasy energy. It made, like I said, it made me feel uneasy most of my walk through, where I was just kind of is there something coming here? There's something coming there. I couldn't really tell where stuff was coming from, and that's the thing I like. I like going through an attraction and not knowing, is there going to be a scare here? Is there going to be a scare there? Is there going to be something coming from in front of me? I don't really, that's my favorite thing, because when something does happen, that's when it really gets me. So my biggest scare of the night, though, was probably we're walking down this really long hallway, and there was this big animatronic in front of us that looked like a lady being possessed and floating, and I straight up said, I was like, if she starts flying towards me, I'm a flip, and that's it. She started coming towards me on a big zip line and coming at me. I'm like, oh hell no. I dipped right out of there. I had a little bit of pep in my step, man. I got out of there. I got out of Dodge. I had a fantastic time. But that is going to be it for us tonight here at Brighton Asylum. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure you drop a like and also comment down below if you're planning on coming out here, or if you have been out here. Please tell me what your experience was like compared to mine. I'd really like to know. But as always, I'm Michael, giving you the all clear, and all clear means you are out of here. See you guys next time.